So we're back, and I am cutting the cardboard off the bottom here. I've rolled out my fondant. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up, slide this over, and over the top. Okay, first thing you want to do is go ahead and smooth those edges. Pick this up, smooth about halfway down, all the way around. So when you get about halfway down, then you want to go ahead and remove some of the excess fondant. So take your pizza cutter down here at the base. Okay, so it takes, whenever it goes in an angle, it takes a little bit longer for you to smooth it, but just be patient is all that I can say. Notice how many times I had to keep pulling the fondant away and then pushing it back. Okay, but you can get all of those lines out. Okay, so I like to pick it up at this point and just kind of smooth it down. And it's ready to go on the board. So we can either use royal icing or a little bit of the double-sided tape that I usually use to attach it to the board. I'm going to use some royal icing here. Spread it out a little bit and place it right in the center. Okay, now what I like to do is go ahead and use this spatula. Let me get the buttercream off of it. And right here, see where that kind of came out? I'll just take that off and then I'll tuck any of the fondant underneath. Because this isn't going to, it's a flower pot, so it's not going to have a border down there. Okay, so for the rim of the flower pot, what you want to do is take some of the same colored, terracotta colored fondant and start to roll it out. Okay, in a long cord. Keeping it pretty thick. So I get to about there. It's got to go all the way around the pot. So with a little bit more rolling, that should work. Go ahead and put some cornstarch down. Place this on top of the cornstarch. Take your rolling pin and roll this way. Make it a little bit wider. Like so. And then we can go ahead and we can lengthen it a little bit. And you want to keep this on the thicker side, because again, it's going to be the rim of the pot for two reasons, because the rim of the pot usually is a little bit thicker, and when it's thicker, it'll actually, we need it to stand up a little bit above the pot. That's our second reason. Okay, so what we do now is, I usually take a ruler, and this might be, I might like it a little bit thicker than the ruler width. So what I'll do is I'll place the ruler on top, take my pizza cutter, cut a nice sharp edge at the flat edge there at the end, and then cut down. Move my ruler. If you have a yardstick, that would work even better. I usually will, I can just eyeball it by moving it over about a quarter of an inch. 1 1/4, you just make a little mark. 1 1/4. You can follow those lines that you placed on there. So from that line to that line. So I'll go ahead and place some water right around the edge here. Pick this up, start at the back. Maybe you have a turntable, it works much better. And since it just, it's stretched a little bit there, so I'll need to cut a little bit more off.